This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We've been talking about this for a while. The oldest joke. Could it possibly be the first joke ever told? The joke is...
How far are we going back here?
We're
Have
going
they got
back
a rough estimate?
4,000 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. Right, so it was
And it's
documented.
When
Still
1900
holds up.
BC. Yeah, it's very, very funny. The joke hasn't matured much.
And where did they find it? Or am I asking too many questions?
No, I'm glad you're asking this. The history of the joke.
1900?
Yeah, BC.
That's not...
BC. The oldest joke on record was discovered on tablets from the old Babylonian period,
Okay.
which could possibly date back 2300 BC. So it could be going back even further.
Okay.
And it was an area in southern Iraq that they found this.
Oh, well known for its comedy. Yeah.
Who
Now-
found it?
You know, the Southern Iraq Comedy Festival? It's up there with Montreal.
it's
so
amazing.
funny.
It's just a couple of weeks of joy.
Now, the joke goes something like, and it's a proverb warning new husbands about their brides.
Proverb
Classic.
warning. Yeah, I mean, that's a funny area to move in,
Isn't
isn't
it? It's very funny. And then goes on to say, but what is the oldest joke known to exist? As I mentioned, Fitz, a team of 20 spent 2 months going back and looking at the history of comedy and jokes.
Money well
And
spent.
this is where they dated it too.
You're really building it up. I don't want to put any more pressure on you, but it better be good.
The joke and what was inscribed on the wall was...
Was it in pictures
Two
or
words, Tom Ivy. No, it wasn't, guys. It's better than that.
mate.
It goes something along the lines of... Here we are. So I would get up. Let's say it's an old Babylonian comedy night, right?
What are you wearing?
Is that the joke?
No.
Okay, I'm in
What are you
southern
wearing
Iraq
at
doing
the-
some stand-up.
And you've stood up.
And I go, hey, something which has never occurred since time. A young woman did not fart in her husband's lap.
That is the biggest load of crap. A fart joke was the first ever joke?
I
It was.
believe that,
What a load of
actually.
So do I.
I actually believe that because it is as funny as time, isn't it?
It is, because if you were to ask the question, even before, let's say humans couldn't speak, but they could still make a funny noise. And
And they'd lie in bed at night.
yeah, with a funny result.
Yeah.
And let's say they couldn't even talk. They would still find comedy in that.
Well,
So-
Tom would be the biggest comedian on earth.
Oh, how dare you?
Tom was the oldest, most classic.
Encore! Oh, no,
Tom,
they can't
do it
talk.
again.
No.
Mr. Lift. What is it? No, who was the guy?
Mr. Methane.
Mr. Methane.
So you mean like the sound is funny, or do you think they would?
A little bit of both.
At the beginning of time, they'd still do the old, and sometimes
Pull my
it
finger.
happens in our house, where it's like, and it's not me, like it's silent, completely silent, and then
But
just
deadly.
wait for the effect.
Wait for the aftershock.
You're like, are you serious?
Are you
Like,
crop
it's still
dusting? Do you crop
funny.
dust at home,
I'm
do
not.
you?
That's not me. I'm not talking about me. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
We were playing a game of Uno last night as we all sat on the floor in a circle. Now, no one has put their hand up for who caused the absolute murderous situation. As we all had to put our Uno cards down and leave the room, some suggested it was tactical to look at other people's cards, but it was a clearer.
yeah.
And there was laughter. There was laughter. And I thought at the time, the Babylonians would have been laughing at the
They
same
would have
thing.
loved this. We still haven't broken down unpacked the whatever you call
Well,
it. What do you do about the joke?
You unpack it. Something's obviously happened, and then the guy has had to turn around and say that a young woman did not fart in her husband's lap.
Yeah,
like,
but-
where did that sound come from?
No, I think the joke
Huh?
actually. I'm going to have a go. Let me have a look at it again.
just here.
I think what they're meaning is any young woman who is going to let Fluffy off the chain. Is never going to have a husband. Isn't that the joke? It's like a
Oh,
Isn't that-
like
No,
it
no,
never
but what-
happened?
something
But what-
which has
what's the-
never occurred since the beginning of time. A young woman did not fluff in her
think
husband's
you're
lap
right.
because a young woman who does such things would never find herself a husband.
Yes, I think you're right, Kate.
I think that's the joke.
We spoke
So
about this.
it's a lesson. There's a lesson in there as well, is there?
If
I
you don't
suppose?
want a husband,
Yeah, don't
keep
fluff. Keep your bum shut.
no, do the opposite.
Well, don't sit
it
on
open.
his lap and do it.
Don't keep your bottom open.
crop
Don't-
dust. Do it from about 10 metres away and just walk
You'll
past.
never find a man if you have flatulence. There you go, I said it.
Yeah, but that's
Are
a
you
lesson.
seeing anyone at the moment?
It's
No, you're not, are you?
education.
It's very windy in the afternoon. We laugh, don't we, Kate?
We do. Good joke, mate.
Great joke. Where do we go from here?
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.